You see this tier list right here. Well, so far, AFL clubs have played around 6 rounds of football, and I'm going to be putting in a tier list ranking every AFL club based off how they're doing so far compared to expectations, with the tier list of the best, fan smiling, mediocre, stinky, and horror. Adelaide so far, I think, have been really, really good. Fans are smiling. They've been, compared to expectations actually, been one of the best teams. And I think I'm happy to put them in the best category, really. They've been that good. Even though they've lost a few and the defence isn't great, I don't think many people in the AFL world thought they'd be doing as good as they are, challenging some of the better teams. And really, if it wasn't for their poor defence, unstoppable. Brisbane, I think, have been mediocre. I think they've scraped a few wins. They keep getting lucky. They've got their loss now. I think it's been an interesting season so far. Just for context, I am recording this midway through round 6. So not all the games are done yet, but it's not been great for them. The Dogs, this is going to be controversial, but I'm putting the Dogs in the best. No Jamara, he's at the club. He's gone somewhere else. He doesn't care about them. No Bontempelli, Treloar, Waitman. I mean, how many stars have they missed? And they're still hovering around the 8. The fact they've even got a win without those players, I think it's been really impressive so far this season. And I think the real test is when they get those players back, can they make the 8? But they might surprise you. And I might surprise Doggies fans because I have an agenda against Luke Beveridge. I mean, you can't really see this team, but Carlton go in horror. They have been so beyond bad. 0-4. You know, they're getting wins now, but I mean, it's just been tumultuous. It's been one of the worst things any club has ever witnessed. And I think every AFL fan, excluding Carlton fans, have loved every moment of their downfall. Collingwood, I think, has been a really good season. The fans are smiling. They've beaten the reigning premiers. They're looking really fast, flash, and defensively astute. The only thing I'd say is still maybe over-reliant on Nick Dacos. Maybe they need some more contributors, because if that man gets injured, they're kaput. They are done. Essendon, I think, has been a pretty fan smile. Actually, we'll put a mediocre, because they did lose to Adelaide in a really shocking fashion. But for me, they're pushing fans smiling, but not quite yet. Fremantle, I've been disappointed with them. And I think a lot of people have. They've not been amazing. They've not. They've actually been pretty poor in its entirety. And yes, they're clawing in the 8 and shit, but they might not be out the round 6, I don't know yet. But they're just not that top 4 team that I thought they would be. This is sort of a bit of mine and everyone else's expectations of them, and they've not lived up to it. Geelong, I'll put them mediocre because, look, they haven't won every game. I had them first in my preseason predictions. Fuck, my tip is huge, man. I had them first, and they're not first. They've lost to a few clubs, and I think all in all, it's been a pretty mediocre season. You know what hasn't been a mediocre season? The Gold Coast Football Club. It's been stunning. They've had an easy run, but the fact they were the final undefeated team in the comp says something about them, that they are that good. Giants have also been, I think, really good. Look, the loss against Hawthorn was a bit disappointing, who were also going to put in the best. I think, honestly, all these fans are pretty damn happy with their clubs right now. I might have to move one down. Maybe I'll move... I don't know who to move down. Definitely these two go towards the bottom, but I think they'll be pretty happy. Melbourne, I mean, it's worse than Carlton. It's the worst. They are the saddest fans right now. In fact, you can put West Coast in there as well. I think expectations was West Coast would be bad, but they've been worse than bad. But Melbourne, I mean, I feel like half the world had them in the 8, half didn't. I had them finishing second last. I mean, I was ruthless, and my sort of belief about them is true, that they are shit. They are overrated and they're just not good. And it's a really sad story to see, because with the talent there and the young talent, it's always sad to see. It's always a little bit sad. Sydney, I think, have been pretty bad. Not horror, but stinky. They've been, like, your reigning grand finalist, sorry. I think the fact they're not in here because it's a new coach, but it's been a pretty poor season so far. North Melbourne's an interesting one. At times they've looked really good, at times they've looked really bad. So I think, all in all, maybe we'll put them in mediocre. Good win against Melbourne, and they've shown glimpses here and there, but all in all, yeah, mediocre so far I think is a pretty good tier for them. Port Adelaide, I think they've been horror. Look, a good win against Hawthorn, but it's just been a really bad start to the season. And there's no if, buts and maybes about it. I think it's been a really poor season. This is going to be surprising for you, but Richmond, I've got fans smiling, young talent coming through, beat Carlton. No one thought would beat Carlton. Everyone thought would be winless until round 10 or some shit. So I think the fact we've trumped that and we're not dead last, I think the fans are smiling. I honestly think that's where we belong. And then St Kilda, once again, it's a pretty hard mix. I'll put them in mediocre, but what I'm going to do, just to elaborate on St Kilda, decent season, expectations where they'll be decent, therefore, better let's rearrange it. This is my rearranged list. Geelong and North I've moved down, as I have with the Dogs. Honestly, this is what I think the list is. If you're a fan of your club, let me know if I've gone wrong. But hey, game's a game.